Hey guys, Buffy Game back today, bringing you a video. Today I wanted to go over the DMZ information that we learned from yesterday's reveal and the stream that they had available here with a lot of the Call of Duty creators that were invited down to play Warzone 2 and DMZ early. So this is the first we've seen of Warzone 2, and first off, big thanks to Dr. Lupo. So Dr. Lupo gave everyone blanket permission to use his gameplay just by giving him credit. So big shout out to him for allowing us to use those videos. I know when a lot of these events happen like that, it's hard to feel comfortable just grabbing someone's video. So for people to say free to use with credit, things like that, really makes it a lot easier to find the footage. So you can see the background going through the menus. So Dr. Lupo is kind of going through the menus here, showing us what the menus look like. Now, DMZ is supposed to be that extraction-based mode. So this is a lot of people making comparisons to Escape from Tarkov. Really, I think the only thing that is comparable to Escape from Tarkov is the fact that it is an extraction-based mode, and there's insured slots and things like that. There's a risk-reward system. It's your typical extraction mode. But to compare it in any way to Escape from Tarkov, it's just mainly in layman's terms. Escape from Tarkov is such a complex game, and so much detail in there that you'll never have anything comparable to it. But the core mechanics are essentially, they're there and they're similar to really not only Escape from Tarkov, but any extraction-based shooter. So really with these in the menus, you can insure your gear, you can select different keys to bring in, you're going to select different backpack sizes. I think you start with just a small backpack and you can pick up bigger backpacks or buy bigger backpacks when you're in the game. And then similar to a lot of just extraction-based shooters, things like Rust or anything like that, that even aren't extraction-based shooters, you have your loadout, your kit, basically. So you'll have, think about like backpack slots and pockets, almost a callback to Call of Duty's Black Ops 4's Blackout as well, is really any Battle Royale, something like PUBG, you have a backpack, different backpack sizes, armor, carry things in your pockets, stuff like that. So you can see here you're going to be picking your loadout and your weapons. You're going to be having different weapons that are all geared up to go in with, and I believe that's called contraband, and if you lose those, you lose it for good. And you can see those weapons have full attachments on them, full 5 attachments, and if you lose those, you lose them for good. If you extract with them, you get to use them again, obviously. Now, I did hear for backpack sizes, you start with a small backpack, but in the gameplay Dr. Lupo was playing yesterday, we watched all this on stream, you can find different size backpacks. I'm not sure how many sizes there are, but the larger backpacks, you are actually able to fit a third weapon inside there. So you can fit a full third weapon inside there, inside the backpack. So that's pretty cool. You can store things like different armor, ammo, things like that inside the backpack that when you reload will backfill into your pockets, or your weapon reserve ammo will backfill into your backpack for ammo, things like that. So it allows you to carry more gear. If anybody played Blackout from Black Ops 4, that Battle Royale mode, I'm assuming the interface, it looks similar to that as to how to select and drop things from your backpack. So I'll have to see how it handles on controllers specifically, but I'm assuming just any Battle Royale, if you guys have played on PC or console, things like with a backpack, so things like whether it's Blackout, PUBG, etc., should handle relatively similar to that. Now, the map itself is obviously the same map as Battle Royale, that's being Al Mazrah. So, on Al Mazrah, you have what I believe is the full size of the map, and that map does not get smaller with gas or anything until after, I believe it's the 25-minute mark. You have 25 minutes to play before the radiation starts expanding across the map, and then you really need to start looking to extract if you don't do so before. So at the start of the map, there's 3 different extracts that should be available, I believe, right off the bat. Now, we saw mainly in the gameplay people extracting from helicopters. However, supposedly, they've said that there is more ways to extract, not just from helicopter, and you can extract at different points throughout the match as well. Now, there's different objectives that you'll select before you go into a match. So again, this is where we're drawing more similarities from, I guess the really only example we really have to draw from is Escape from Tarkov with how much in-depth it is. Here in DMZ, you're going to select different missions and things like that beforehand to accomplish before you go in. So you're going in with a goal, and it seems like you'll also be able to do different things within the DMZ once you get in there as well. So if you go in with certain objectives, missions you've selected, there's going to be certain events and things like that take place inside, certain objectives that pop up that you could choose to go after those instead of what you were looking to go for before. So Again, it creates more of a dynamic sandbox experience, which I really, really like. You're not just going in doing same old generic things. It creates some sort of decision to make on the fly with you and your squad. So that's pretty cool. Now, again, 25-minute timer, radiation will expand. And once that starts expanding, I believe you have around, I think it was 8 to 10 minutes based on the gameplay we saw to extract out of there. There will be more last-minute extractions if you miss some of those ones, but you will be able to extract down to the wire. I'm not sure how many total extractions there will be. We'll have to wait and see. Extra extracts, like I said, will take place after that gas is closing and the map is getting cut off. So there will be a few last-minute extractions via helicopter and whatever other methods, whether it's boat, maybe car or something like that. We really don't know what the other extraction methods are because I didn't really see much on any of the streamers' live feeds yesterday. I think only I don't even think we saw anyone extract. We watched the team kill the team we were watching and extract. So didn't see anything else besides helicopter extractions. It seems like though, if a team is extracting in a helicopter, you can jump on the the landing gear of that helicopter and ride it out and also extract, I think is what I was hearing some of the guys say, which is pretty crazy. So again, it creates a lot of dynamic gameplay. There's other things here in the map, like different missions like weapon cases. You can go get weapon cases. Those are objectives throughout the map. Weapons cases, obviously, it sounds like they'll have rare weapons or whatever, but those are typically protected by more advanced AI. There's other missions like activating UAV towers, to reveal locations of players and nearby AI. And speaking of the AI, they seem to be ranging from really easy to hard. So if you guys played Spec Ops at all, or even invasion mode, some of the invasion bots are really, really easy. Spec Ops, they're very, very easy. They're not going to give you much of a fight. But here in DMZ, we saw the difficulty varying, and I think we heard Infinity Ward a couple months back say that they can tune those AI to be as difficult as they want them to be. So in some of the gameplay we saw, like Dr. Lupo just kind of running up and taking a minute for the AI to even recognize he was there, and then like a slow try and shoot him. So the AI is really, really easy and aimless when they're just about in the roads and regular buildings and things like that. But when you get into the higher loot areas, like things like these strongholds and things where there's weapon cases and high risk objectives, I would say, is where you're going to run into the hard AI. We saw like Swag, Lupo, Lamar, all these guys were just getting Symphony. We're getting crushed by these AI. So these AI are no joke. It's going to create a much more difficult experience depending on where you go on the map. And again, it's a dynamic sandbox. So you can go into this and experience different things or different outcomes within the map and have a different game every single time, which is really cool. I think that's going to be a lot of fun to experience going with your friends. Now, the AI, when you kill them, they're going to be dropping loots, armor plates, things like that. You can loot through same types of boxes we saw in Warzone and the Warzone 2 gameplay. There's those orange crates, things like that. There's duffel bags, med boxes on the walls inside the gas station, cash registers, all of that to loot from and collect things. I think you can collect like oil cans and things like that. So I'm not sure how those are going to be implemented on the map. We'll have to wait and see. Again, you have the missions to select from and just a lot of different loot as well. So that's really all I was able to gather from the gameplay. There's really no official word as to what the heck this mode, how it's supposed to be played, what the overall objective is and what you get from it. So I'm assuming the streamers got kind of a briefing beforehand, but us who are watching really have no idea what was going on, besides the streamers kind of told us a little bit, but it seemed like they didn't really know what they were doing that much either. So this mode itself is still very I guess secretive. We don't really understand. I mean, looking at the map itself, and they were marking things. The streamers were marking stuff on their maps and going to objectives. It looked like there's a lot there. So it's gonna take a little bit to kind of digest all the icons and understand, what we're supposed to be doing and all of that. But once that's done, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, the mode, this looks basically like a cross between an Invasion and Spec Ops, but larger scale with a PvP VE element. So player versus environment. That's what it looks like. Large scale Invasion Spec Ops with PvPvE, and it looks like a lot of fun. So the map is huge. Not sure what the actual server size is going to be when the game releases. Obviously, this was a LAN event, so I'm not sure they had full servers. There wasn't a lot of PvP, except for when people were trying to get to the later extractions when the gas was closing. There's a lot of AI versus players, but I think when we have fuller servers, probably you'll run into more players, especially during different missions that you're selecting. So we'll have to really wait and see how it plays out. I wouldn't take this as a way to judge this mode because I think we only saw them play 2 matches. So we really didn't see anything to really say if it's good or bad, and we really don't know anything about the mode. We're just kind of aimlessly watching these guys play. So there's really no information that we have here on this, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to wait until apparently a blog post is going to be coming out early next week, and that should give us some more information about this mode and what to expect and how to play it and things like that. So looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you excited for this mode? Again, it looks like a lot of fun. This is something you go in with a full squad. You're going to just have a good, fun time. More of a relaxing mode, right? It can definitely be competitive, depending on how you play it and what kind of missions you're going after. But I can see this being kind of more of a relaxed mode. But it can also be, I see it being a hyper competitive mode as well, depending on how you're going to play it. But just going in with a full squad of friends, this is going to be a lot of fun to just navigate through, engage the AI, and especially when you get in those player versus player fights, that's when those firefights have a lot of reward to them, because if you're fighting different levels of AI throughout the whole match, then you get into an enemy squad. I mean, it's going to have more of a risk-reward feeling to it, because, you know, if you die, you're going to lose these contraband weapons. The other cool thing is there are buy stations you can buy and sell your gear, so you can make money that way. So there's just a lot here. We're going to have to really wait and see until we get the post to kind of detail this mode and get our hands on it. Now, I was listening to Landmark, too. He mentioned that in the dev talk, they did say that this mode will be changing. So what you see here is not probably, you know, it could evolve. It's probably going to evolve quite a bit in the next couple months. So it's still in progress. This is a large mode. This and Warzone 2, you know, Infinity War is delivering a lot here. So I'm excited to see what they do with this mode. A lot of changes and things will be added. I'm excited to see what the overall objective is here, what you get for extracting numerous times. That's specifically a reward for doing DMZ. Obviously, you get different keys, but what is the ultimate reward? All that information we don't know yet. So we're really just going to have to sit tight until that blog post comes out, until we get our hands on it next week. So let me know what you guys think down below. This is DMZ First Impressions, everything we really know about it from the live stream. We don't know anything official, really, outside of the brief description, but other than that, I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. This is something I'm looking forward to playing with you guys in the community. And on stream, I can see this just being a really good time, especially you can approach different objectives and these high loot areas however we want. Stealth, go loud, things like that. So I'm excited to get in and play and have a good time. I'm really pumped for this one. Again, we have Warzone 2 and DMZ coming out with Season 1, which will release November 16th. So we'll be live streaming that day. We'll be going through both these modes. Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming, out.